Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter add and subtract with decimals. And the lessons we're going to cover today are add decimal numbers, subtract decimal numbers, choose decimals with a particular sum or difference, estimate sums and differences of decimals. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? The lesson we're going to work here, I'm on grade 4 math. The lesson name is add and subtract decimals. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is add decimal numbers. So what are the decimal numbers? Basically, the decimal numbers look like this: 4.5, right? They have the whole part, a decimal point, and the digits right after the decimal, right? Decimal number includes the whole number portion, the decimal part, and the decimal portion, right? It's okay if you guys already done this. So the first one is you have to add, right? So when adding decimals, what you have to do, you have to line up the numbers, line up the decimal point, right? When you line up the decimal point, you simply have to add like you add the other numbers, right? So you see you lined up the decimal point, right? Now just add 2 plus 6 is 8, 7 plus 2 is 9, 7 plus 0 is 7, and 7 plus 8 is 15. So addition is exactly the same. The one thing you have to do is you have to line up the decimal point, right? Let's just start the test questions. Okay, you have to add 4.3 and 4.4, which is the correct option. Yes, it is 8.7. You have to add 4 plus 3, that is 7. Then you have 4 plus 4. The correct option is 8.7. It is right. Very good. Okay, the next one is 26.7 plus 36.1, which is the correct option. Which option is the correct one? Yes, the correct option is 62.8. Very good. Okay, the next one is 7.4 plus 1.9, which is the correct option. So you already know how to add. The one important thing you need to learn here is you have to line up the numbers. You have to line up the decimal point, right? Then add the simple way you can add. 9 plus 4 is 13, write 3 and 1, carry then 7, 8 and 9. The correct option is 9.3. Very good. Okay, add 1.3 plus 1.2, which is the correct option. Very good. The correct option is 2.5, right? Okay, the next one is add 9.2 plus 9.8, so which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 19.0. Okay, you can add you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to subtract decimals, right? So subtraction is exactly the same like you do already do the subtraction, right? The important thing here to learn is you have to line up the decimal points. Always, whenever you're working on the decimal, the important thing is you have to line up the decimals, right? When lining up the decimals, the rest you have to add or subtract. And you already know how to add the numbers and how to subtract, right? Okay, the next one is subtract zero point 0.9 minus zero point 0.4, which is the correct option. Yes, the correct option is 9 take away 4 is 5, right? Then you have a decimal point. 0 take away 0 is 0. So 9.0.9 minus zero point 0.4 equals zero point 0.5, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 0.93 minus 0.42, which is the correct option. you have to subtract, which is the correct option, 0.93 minus 0.42, which is the correct option. They are already lined up. Decimal points are already lined up, right? You simply have to subtract. No one is answering why. Yes, very good. The correct option is 0.51. So the important thing here to learn is you must line up the decimal point. The rest you already know how to add and subtract, right? Okay. Yes, the correct option is 0.6. 7 minus 1 is 6 and 8 minus 8 is 0. So that is 0.6. Okay, the next one is 7.3 minus 1.2, which is the correct option. Yes, the correct option is 6.1. Very good. The correct option is 6.1. Okay, the next one is 53.46 minus 39.89, which is the correct option. You have to subtract, and the correct option is, okay, you cannot subtract 6 out of 9, so you need to borrow 1. Okay, hold on. Okay, start from here. You cannot subtract 6 out of 9, so you need to borrow 1. Here you have 3 and here you have 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. Again, you cannot subtract 3 out of 8, so you need to borrow 1. Here you have 2 and here you have 3. 13 minus 8 is 5. Then you have 2 minus 9. You cannot subtract 2 out of 9, so you need to borrow 1. Here you have 4 and here you have 12. 12 minus 9 is 3 and 4 minus 3 is 1. So that is 13.57, right? Always subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, right? Whenever you have a smaller number, you need to borrow from the next digit. That is 13.57, right? Okay, the next one is 706.34 minus 419.38, which is the correct option. Which is the correct option? Use your notebook and pencil. Do the questions in your notebook. Do not guess the answers, right? The correct option is 286.96. Very good. Okay, the next one is 854.44 minus 622.43, which is the correct option. Yes, just line up the decimal point and simply subtract. So the correct option is, yes, that is option number 2. 232.01 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So working with decimals is very, very easy. You just have to line up a decimal and you know how to add and how to subtract. The next lesson is add and subtract decimal word problems. Word problems you have to do on your own. Let's just start with the next one, that is choose decimals with a particular sum or difference. So basically, you are given some numbers in a box. You have to select the numbers, two numbers that when subtracted, the answer is 0.8. So which two numbers when subtracted, answer is 0.1. Let's just start with the test questions. You need to select any two numbers that have the particular difference, right? Okay. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the sentence. Dash and dash have a difference of 0.7. Okay, you are given with the options also. You can try the options one by one. Which option is the correct one? Use your notebook and pencil. Yes, option number one is the correct option, that is 0.9 and zero point 0.2. Their difference is 0.7, right? Choose two numbers from the box to complete the addition sentence. Dash and dash equals 0.9. Which two numbers when added makes 0.9? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is zero point 0.7 and zero point 0.2. When you add them, they make zero point 0.9. Very good. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the addition sentence. Dash and dash have a sum of zero point 0. Which two numbers when added makes 1.0, which is the correct option? Very good. That is zero point 0.6 and zero point 0.4. When you add them together, they make 1.0, right? Okay, choose two numbers from the box to complete the sentence. Dash and dash have a difference of zero point 0.3. So, which two numbers have a difference of zero point 0.3? Yes, that is zero point 0.9 and zero point 0.6. They have the difference zero point 0.3. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the sentence. Dash and dash have a sum of zero point 0.6, which is the correct option. Which two numbers have a sum of zero point 0.6, which is the correct option? Yes, zero point 0.2 and zero point 0.4 have a sum of zero point 0.6. Option number one is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is complete. Choose two numbers from the box to complete this addition sentence. Dash and dash have a sum of 0.97. Sorry, which two numbers when added makes 0.7? Yes, the difference is the numbers are zero point 0.4 and zero point 0.3. When added, makes zero point 0.7, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is estimate, I think. Estimate sums and differences of decimals, right? So basically, you are going to now estimate their sums. Let's just look at the first example. Estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number and then adding. First, you have to round off these numbers and then you have to add. You need to round off to nearest whole number, right? You know how to round off. Just recall. You need to round to the whole number, right? Just look at the first decimal position because you need to round to the whole. The first decimal position is 7. 7 is greater than 5, right? That means this number is going to round up. Round up means you need to add 1 to whole number. So that would be add to 4, right? The next one is 5.070 is less than 5. So that means you need to round on the same decimal. So it would be ended on the 5, and 4 plus 5 makes 9. The correct option is 9, right? You have to round off these numbers. You already know how to round off, right? So their sum is 9. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number and then adding. Let's just see how do we round off these numbers. Okay, here is 7.8. Just look at the very first position right after decimal because you need to round on the whole number. That is 8. And 8 is greater than 5. That means you need to round up. Round up means you need to add 1 to whole number. So it would be rounded off to 8. Got it? Now you have 3.7. Again, 7 is greater than 5. So that would be rounded off to 4. So the sum of these numbers is 12. Very good. The correct option is 12. Right? Very good. Okay. Estimate the numbers to each number to the nearest whole number and then adding, which is the correct option. That is 11. Very good. Okay, the next one is estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number, then adding 6.8 plus 3.7, which is the correct option. The correct option is yes, that is 11. Very good. Okay, estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number, then adding 1.569 plus 6.97, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 9. 9? Yes, that is 9. Very good. Okay, the next one is estimate the sum by rounding each number. So that is 7.28 plus 9.64, which is the correct option. Very good, that is 17. Okay, estimate the sum by rounding each number. 9.9 plus 5.1, which is the correct option. 13? No. 9.9 is rounded off to 10 and 5.1 is rounded off to 5. That is 15. The correct option is 15. Estimate the sum by rounding 10.84 and 5.6, which is the correct option. How 15? 17 it is. Yes, the correct option is 17. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 4 math. The chapter we were working on is add and subtract decimals. The lessons we have covered today are add decimal numbers, subtract decimal numbers, add and subtract decimal number word problems, choose decimals with a particular sum or difference, and estimate sum and differences of decimals, right? Yes, you can go. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So we still have some time left. So if you have any question related to the lessons we just did, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please ask questions if you have. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone. Yes, the class is ended. You can go. Bye, everyone.